You know what's interesting? Whenever people imagine war, they imagine running. Running through smoke, running through chaos, running like it's an action movie. Yeah, in real life, running is usually how people get into more trouble. So in this video, I'm going to show you something far more important. Not how to run, but how to choose the safest place to shelter when heavy bombardment is happening. Because when things get serious, survival isn't about speed, it's about position. And most people don't think about position until it's too late. Let's start with reality. In heavy bombardment, the biggest risks are not always direct hits. They're collapsing structures, flying debris, shock waves, secondary fires. So your goal is not to find a perfect place. Your goal is to reduce exposure to those risks as much as possible. Because no place is 100% safe, but some places are significantly less dangerous than others. The first type of place that matters most, below ground level. Basements, underground parking areas, subterranean spaces. Why? Because the ground itself absorbs impact. Blast waves lose energy as they travel through Earth. Debris tends to fall outward and downward, but being below surface reduces exposure. Now, quick reality check. Not all basements are equal. A weak, flooded, or poorly ventilated basement can become dangerous. So it's not just go underground and relax, it's go underground and assess. Strong walls, solid structure, no obvious fire risk. That's what matters. The second safer option? Interior rooms with no windows. If you don't have access to underground space, your next best move is getting away from glass and external walls. Windows are one of the biggest hazards, not because they break, because they explode inward. Glass turns into high-speed fragments, so the deeper inside the building you are, the more layers exist between you and the outside force. Walls absorb energy. Distance reduces impact. Simple physics. The third thing people overlook completely, corners and structural support areas. Buildings are not equally strong everywhere. Certain parts like load-bearing walls, support columns, reinforced sections are designed to handle stress. These areas are often more stable than open spaces. Standing in the middle of a large room might feel open and safe. It's actually more exposed. Structure equals strength. Strength equals survival. Now here's something most people get completely wrong. They think, I'll just stay near an exit. Sounds smart, right? Quick escape. But during bombardment, exits can become dangerous zones. Doors and windows face outside pressure directly. Debris often enters from these points. So yes, know your exit. But don't stand there waiting like it's a bus stop. That's not strategy. That's bad positioning. The fourth safer approach, get low but not flat in exposed areas. Shockwaves travel differently depending on environment. Being lower reduces exposure to flying debris and pressure, but lying flat in the wrong place like near windows or unstable structures can increase risk. So it's not about just dropping to the ground randomly. It's about choosing a protected low position. The fifth thing that matters more than people think, distance from outer walls. Outer walls take the first hit from blast pressure. Interior space creates layers of protection. Each wall, each object, each barrier reduces force slightly, and those small reductions add up. So even a few extra feet inward can make a difference. Now let's talk about something psychological. Because survival isn't just physical, it's mental. During bombardment, people panic. They move suddenly. They change positions constantly. They second-guess everything. And that creates more risk. The safer approach? Choose your position early and stay there unless conditions force you to move. Constant movement increases exposure. Stability reduces it. The sixth thing that matters, avoiding obvious high-risk structures, tall glass buildings, lightweight constructions, areas filled with heavy loose objects. These environments amplify danger. More debris, more collapse risk, more unpredictability. Stronger, simpler structures tend to perform better under stress. And now the seventh and probably the most important thing, situational awareness. Not fear, awareness. Understanding your surroundings before anything happens. Knowing where interior spaces are, where structural supports exist, how to move safely if needed. Because in a real situation, you won't have time to think from scratch. You'll act based on what you already know. And preparation is simply thinking early so you don't panic later. Now, let's be honest for a moment. There is no place that guarantees safety in extreme scenarios. That's the uncomfortable truth. But survival has never been about guarantees. It's about reducing risks step by step. Better position, better awareness, better decisions. And here's the biggest myth of all. That survival is about being brave? It's not. It's about being calm. Because calm people think clearly. And clear thinking keeps you alive longer than panic ever will. So if you take anything from this video, take this. Don't wait for chaos to start before thinking about where you would go, because by then, you're already late. If this video helped you understand something important, share it with your friends and family. Because in serious situations, awareness spreads faster than instructions. And if you want more real-world survival breakdowns like this, clear, practical, and without nonsense, subscribe to the channel. Stay aware, stay calm. And remember, in the middle of chaos, position is everything.